Hello? Welcome to the ArcticWeasel Let me just get something out of the way real quick just to not make things weird. I have a sty in my eye. It's gonna go away soon. You know, surgery and all that good stuff. But that won't stop me from making this video, so yeah. Today I'll be talking about Life is Strange.
So you're gonna spoil it for us?
Oh, wait, but don't worry. There's no spoilers, you know, I can assure you of that. Like, and don't worry about it. So I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts about what I thought about this game. As you may have noticed, this is probably not the real game. That comes out in January! But if you want, you can get this game on the PlayStation Store or the Xbox Store digitally already. I mean, all 5 episodes are already out, so, you know, let's get on with the show. It's actually not that cold in my room. So, getting right down to it, Life is Strange is an episodic game by Don't Nod Entertainment and follows an adventure-like style play, similar to The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones from Telltale Games, but also different in so many ways. As in the main draw to the game, the power to rewind time. You play as Max Caulfield, a shy dork who just moved back to good old Arcadia Bay after being gone for 5 years. She's an aspiring photographer and returned to study at Blackwell Academy under the teachings of Mr. Jefferson, a professional and well-known photographer. But early on she realizes she has the ability to rewind time and her life becomes a lot more complicated. Especially after reuniting with her best friend from long ago, Chloe.
Max? Chloe?
A different turn of events starts to occur and you deal with mystery, murder, and painful secrets. But don't worry, like I said, I will try my absolute hardest not to spoil anything major from the game.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
Honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, this is a beautiful and emotional experience, and if you have even the slightest interest in this game, I highly suggest you try it out. As the game opens up, you are immediately thrown into a confusing and frightful scenario. This works really well as you already connect with the character Max as you both have no idea what's going on. Aw man, let me tell you, thank God they put a sign over here telling me where the lighthouse is. I would have never figured it out otherwise. As you continue, you notice that there's a huge tornado heading right for Arcadia Bay. But why is it heading there? This opening already hooks you in by leaving a burning question in your head. What the fuck is going on? A little after that, you wake up in your classroom and Mr. Jefferson is giving a lecture that you should, you know, maybe be paying attention to. But, I mean, I can't. I need to take a selfie.
Max has taken what you kids call selfie.
Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face.
Man, Victoria, shut your velociraptor looking ass up before I show you what the retro zone really looks like. It looks like this! After being dismissed from class, you decide to head to the bathroom to be alone for a little while. And the walk there has to be what really hooked me to this game. Max puts on headphones and To All of You by Sid Matters plays as you walk towards the bathroom. I really wish I can play the song for you here, but you know, copyright and all. Well, you know, let me give it a try at least.
She's so fucking shy. She takes selfies with a giant camera.
Yep, there it is. You see? It doesn't work. But take my word for it, it's an amazing opening sequence that introduces you to the atmosphere of the game. While on the note of the soundtrack of the game, I have to mention that the game's music is just absolutely amazing. Pretty much every song that plays has feeling and really sets up the mood for what's going on. It perfectly sets the tone for the game and the events to follow all the way up to episode 5 and its conclusion. Unfortunately, I won't be able to play any of these songs here in this video, but please believe me when I tell you these songs are beautiful. I still listen to the entire soundtrack every now and then. It's probably one of my most favorite parts about this game. But that's not to say the game is bad, because the game does a wonderful job immersing you into its world and really making you care for every single one of its characters. From the depressed and bullied flower Kate,
I'm kind of over humanity today. Sorry to be a drama queen.
to even the stuck-up asshole Victoria.
Now, why don't you go fuck your selfie?
You can actually draw a deep connection to the characters as events start to unfold. When you finally make it to the bathroom is when the game actually starts, as you witness this kid Nathan Prescott arguing with a girl about something and then he pulls a gun on her and kills her.
No!
You reach out and accidentally rewind time to the lecture. This is where you start to learn how to use the rewind ability by a cleverly hidden tutorial about getting the question wrong and then rewinding to provide the right answer. Already every student's dream right there! Soon after, you return to the bathroom and bend time to your favor and rescue the girl by hitting the fire alarm. It's after this that you have to make a very important decision in the game, and you know it's important because the screen changes to a sort of dramatic make a choice view, and you have to select one of 2 options. These are the point of no return questions, as when you select them and then leave the area, the game will bind you to this decision for the rest of the game. But don't worry, after you make a big decision, you can always go back and change it to the one that you want until you leave the area. And just forget about what Max says, she will always try to make you feel like the decision that you made is the wrong one.
I hope Kate doesn't get upset that I didn't answer.
But I could rewind and answer her. Sucks that Chloe and Joyce got into an argument. I could rewind and not answer Kate. It's not like I won't see her in class later.
Since this game focuses on photography, you will have a lot of chances to take pictures of various things as the story unfolds. Although keep in mind that this is completely optional and provides a sort of collectible in a way. You know, something to look out for.
What do you want to see?
Go for a tree flip.
Yeah, let's see one of them tree flips. Oh, damn! That wasn't a tree flip at all. But you know, a trick is still a trick, and you can't let these moments in life pass you by, so gotta make sure I save it. There we go. That one's going on Mom's refrigerator, I'll tell you what. So as the game begins, you are introduced to the characters little by little, each with a very distinct personality and trait. As you hang out around here, you can also test out different ways of utilizing your rewind powers. Gathering information to use on people after you rewind, or guessing answers over and over until you get it right. It shows you all the different ways you can use these abilities.
Alright, so I got rewind powers.
Hey, what can I get you guys today? Me? Lee, what the hell are you doing here? Well, I became a waiter ever since the whole vampire shenanigans. But what can I get you?
Bacon and eggs.
Alright, chill cereal.
What the fuck was that?
No idea.
Well, anyway, I hear you, but I think that's fucking bullshit, so I'm gonna put you to a little test real quick.
No, I got a test. You're gonna bring out everything you have in your pockets, I'm gonna rewind time, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what you have.
Alright.
Is that all?
No, it's just the first pocket. Let me take the other one out.
Okay. Now I'm gonna guess everything that's in your pocket. There's your phone, your wallet, your keys, an ocarina, and your Pip-Boy.
Ocarina. Pip-Boy. Sure. One thing I got in my pocket is this here. But as great and fucking amazing as that rewind power is, it also has a downside, and it takes a real toll on the game. As you progress through the story, you will come across points where you or someone else is faced with great danger, and it's supposed to be a very tense moment where you need to think fast and on your feet before something really bad happens. But that feeling isn't really present here. Sure, there are some stressful moments, but the illusion of danger is immediately shattered because of the fact that you can rewind time and then try it again as many times as you'd like. Your friend just got run over by a train because you couldn't figure out how to get her free in time? Hey, don't stress it, alright? Just rewind it, try it again. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Can't believe I just fucking used that. Just keep rewinding until you figure it out. And it really takes you out of the game. I mean, take games similar to this like Heavy Rain or The Walking Dead. Your decisions mattered heavily, and every time there was an action sequence, you would be glued to the screen and your heart would be pounding, and in your head you knew that if you fucked up, then that's it. The game would continue and you would have to play the game with the mistakes that you made, henceforth making the moment a lot heavier. But in Life is Strange, that feeling gets taken away and you have to continue to try it again until you get it right. This makes the game feel pretty linear at times, as it feels more like you're watching a movie rather than experiencing a section where anything you did at this point altered the course of the main story. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are still a bunch of decisions in this game that alter the story slightly, but that's just it. It only alters it slightly. Just enough to make you feel like you're making a difference, but not enough to put you in complete control of, say, characters' lives, for instance. With maybe a few exceptions. This follows all the way up to the ending, as there's basically two options at the end of the game, and it makes you kind of feel like everything you did just doesn't matter. It's the equivalent of having someone drive you around and you get to choose which road to take, but in the end all roads come together and you're going to end up where the driver wanted you to go anyway and not where you wanted to go. Giving you the illusion of choice, in a way.
Put a real dent in that front bumper.
Goodbye, cruel bumper. Jesus, I shot myself!
Oh, shit, okay, alright, I kind of missed. Let me just try that again. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be using a gun. But this game isn't like any of those games. There's a set story to tell, but the way you alter it kind of makes it your own. I mean, yes, the only real difference is what people say to you, but for some reason, that makes all the difference for this type of game.
Thank God.
Talking, getting information, and then rewinding and talking again to provide the right answer you want. This is kind of what Life is Strange does best, and I know it doesn't sound like much, but it really works well. But this does keep the game interesting because the characters are really well made. And it makes you feel like you should really care for every character in the game, even the ones who seem evil. The game also does a really good job at giving you new locations to explore. You really get to see a lot of Arcadia Bay as you visit multiple locations throughout the game, from diners to schools to even junkyards. Keeps the game fresh and always draws you in to explore more and more of each new area. Oh yeah, and this game has a lot of references to many things.
That is a tasty plasma. Maybe I could sneak in and watch Final Fantasy Spirits Within. I don't care what anybody says, that's one of the best sci-fi films ever made.
Wow, it sure was. But those are better when you find them yourself, so keep a close eye. And now for what everyone will judge the game for, even though it doesn't fucking matter. The graphics. No, okay, this is not fucking Witcher 3 or Metal Gear Solid 5 grade graphics, but they seriously work for the style the game is going for. Donut used a very unique graphical style for this game, and it fits the world and events that transpire perfectly. I seriously hate when people judge a game because graphics, like that's all a game is. I mean, sure, great graphics can be very nice to look at, but in the end, when you think back at the time you played the game, you won't remember the graphics, but rather the fucking adventure you had. Yeah, sorry about that little rant there. Got a little off topic. But yeah, believe me, these graphics work and they are great. And if you're the type to say that you won't play a game strictly because it doesn't look good, then I'm sorry, but you are missing out on some of gaming's greatest pleasures. And that about wraps up my opinion of Life is Strange. It's a great game with many twists and turns, and the story is very interesting, keeping you on the edge of your seat. Sure, the rewind feature is a bit OP, but the game more than makes up for it with the relationships you make with the characters and small, but somewhat powerful, tough decisions. It's an emotional ride that I would definitely recommend to anyone looking for a heartwarming and then immediately heartbreaking masterpiece of a game. This game will make you think about life and even what it means to live. I mean, this game was so powerful that one of my friends, after beating it, drove up to my house in the early morning and woke me up and cried for a long time because of how much the game affected her and made her realize a lot of things about herself and life in general. That to me proves how powerful a game like this can be. So pick it up and give it a shot. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, you seriously don't understand how much this means to me. Like, it means a lot. I can't fit it in the screen, but it means a lot. And if you're interested, you can watch my last two videos here. Or first two. You know? So anyway, how you look at it. And if you like this video, well, you can't stop me. Or you can click the like button. I mean, I guess. And if you really like what I do, then just subscribe to my channel. That way you can see everything. It'll help me a lot, and you know, you can watch more and see me grow. I do like growing. That came out. That's not how I wanted it to come out. You know, you can see more of my videos, and you know, I can see more of you. Totally not creepy at all. Just me and you. We're like friends. And if you want, go ahead and comment on the video, letting me know what you guys thought about the game and all this stuff. Just everything. Let me know how you're doing. How are you? How's your life? How's your dog? Well, better get started on the next video. You know, there ain't no rest for the wicked and all of that. I got a bad feeling about this. Oh my God, what have I done?